How's it going, everyone? Dr. Todd from Move Now. It's been a little while since we've done one of these, but I wanted to give you an update of what we've been working on in the midst of the crazy 2020 year that has turned out before us all. I'm going to go outside, got my tea, got my dog, and I'll fill you in. My wife thought it was a good idea to put up a wind chime. I don't know about you guys, I'm not a fan of wind chimes. So hopefully she's not watching this right now, but I'm going to go ahead and take this down because wind chimes just make lots of noise. Okay, cool. All right, so here's an update of what we've been doing. First off, let me just tell you this. I think it's important to have a place you can go to where you can do your best thinking. So this is our spot. This is our backyard. There's my dog, Dorian. Dorian, yo. All right, here's what we've been doing. Since all this craziness happened, we've been trying to, pivot is what everyone's word is, right? Pivot, do something different. I've been wanting to build our personal injury practice. We actually decided that back in December. So we had already started taking steps to building that in December. And I just carried that on through all the craziness. First we had, obviously, the scare with coronavirus, the pandemic, the shutdown. Chiropractic practices were backed off up to 50+%. Some have started to come back up. Some of them are still depressed at 50% back. We're at about 10% less than our full capacity right now. So we've come back quite a bit. We're out here in Idaho. I know it's different all around the country. But, Dorian, hey. But something that we started doing is we have a staff member. Her name's Kate. She's completely dedicated just to going out and building relationships with personal injury attorneys and then with medical clinics. And she was doing this, and then the coronavirus thing happened, so we put that on pause. She couldn't go out in person anymore. So then we try to figure out the best way to keep her employed. She's making phone calls, sending messages, trying to set up Zoom meetings with me and the attorneys. And we were trying to figure out ways to make this a little more appealing for them. So I created a series of videos that explain what we do, why we're different, why they should care, okay? And then from that process, we realized that that was working. That was catching their attention. They were jumping on Zoom meetings with me. I'm still doing a couple of Zoom meetings per week. I've been doing this every single week now. And the goal is to have an attorney come into the clinic for a tour and sit down and we eat together. We have a break room and we sit across from a table and we have some food. We place an order for them. We give them a tour. We meet in person after they already understand what we do and they want to know more, and we have a conversation. And then we're going to nurture those relationships ongoing. I've met a lot of great attorneys doing that. I've met some that I resonate with a lot more than others. And we're planning on doing this until we, have 40, 50 attorneys that we've at least met, and then we'll figure out which ones seem to align with what we're doing. And the key thing that I wanted to share on this right now is not just the strategy of what we're doing, but what we're actually delivering to provide quality care for these attorneys, for their patients, and why they would want to send someone over to us. And it's kind of multifaceted. And I think this is where the whole personal injury idea never appealed to me in the past, because I felt like we would have to compromise what we do clinically or compromise our ethics, because I've just known of other situations where there's chiropractors that do personal injury and it's a bit shady. And I know of attorneys that are a bit shady and they have these deals where, hey, I'll send you people, but you have to reduce your bill 40, 50% on all of these people. I just never wanted to get into that game. And come to find out, there is a way of doing it where you don't have to do that. So going into the Move Now University part, just talking a little bit about that, is clinically, as far as how we practice, we've had great documentation. We have lots of objective measures with a patient, and our goal is very patient-centric. It's trying to improve their outcomes, get them better, get them more functional, let them see the true benefits of how chiropractic carries on into overall life. And how do we do that? Through movement, through making sure they can do the things that they need to do on a daily basis to transition our patients into building strength and power and get into fitness. And so anyway, that actually is something that a lot of the attorneys I've talked to find that really appealing. They like the fact that we have this comprehensive overall care approach for their clients, for our patients. So a whole lot of these attorneys are really good, decent people that care about their clients. That's what we're learning. And as far as getting some kind of settlement or whatever, even though they'll admit, yeah, that's something that does pay our bills, a lot of them are thinking long game plan as well, that's secondary to having a great experience for them and getting great results, because they know that they're in it for the long game. They're going to get referrals from these clients because they do a good quality job as an attorney. And part of that job is them looking out for them and caring for them and referring them to places that can help them. And so when they have an amazing experience because they're sent over to our clinic, that reflects positively on that attorney, and vice versa. That's the same way that we see this as well, is that if we have someone that comes in that is unattached, unrepresented, and needs representation, we want to send them to a place that leaves a good taste in their mouth, that helps them, that they're thanking us for, not somewhere that, is sleazy and dirty and seems to be all about the money. So anyway, main thing I just wanted to share is that we've been meeting with lots of attorneys. We have a really great protocol in office that helps with that. We have lots of doctors that are part of Move Now University that have implemented this stuff as well. If you're part of Move Now University and you haven't reached out to attorneys yet and tried to start building the personal injury end of things, if you have any questions for me, you can definitely reach out. It's something that we just started in December, and so we've been going at it for about 6 months, and it's growing. We are seeing more personal injury cases. We have a lot more relationships with attorneys, and I know this is a long game strategy, and I'm planning on working this long game strategy pretty much indefinitely. I think it's a great direction to go. And if there's ever, a global pandemic or some kind of recession or something else out there, having a strong personal injury base is a thing that will help tremendously when patients cannot maybe afford to pay for care out of pocket, or insurance companies get worse and worse. The personal injury market will still be there. These people are injured. They need good quality care. We can provide it for them. But you have to connect that process to good quality attorneys, and the process of doing that is just following these steps. So reaching out, meeting with them, educating them on what we can do to make their lives easier, do better quality care for their patients, show them the clinic, show them that you're a real person, and then follow up with them consistently. So anyway, just wanted to give you an update, an overview of what we're doing. There is a link I put in here, pi.movenowu.com. That is a webinar that I did with Dr. Kronk from Smart Injury Doctors. We use lots of great stuff that we've learned from Dr. Kronk and Smart Injury Doctors, and that's what we use as a lot of our talking points from like a documentation standpoint and what we're going to do in the personal injury realm to make the attorneys' lives easier. We follow what Dr. Kronk teaches. It's great information. And so Dr. Kronk and I go through a training. If you want to watch the video, go to pi.movenowu.com. It's about an hour, and we cover some good stuff. And I just go through step by step how we're using this automated process that we created to get phone calls and Zoom meetings and then in-person meetings with attorneys. And we're doing it every week. These next several weeks, I have 3 lunches scheduled, 3 this week, 3 next week, and our goal is to have 3 lunches every week. Every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, we have a lunch with an attorney that we're touring the clinic, and they've already gone through this whole process of really understanding what we do prior to that, so they're very well informed on what we do, and then we carry on that conversation. Obviously, they're interested enough to come meet with us in person, and like I said, we continue that conversation, and then we nurture that relationship, and we see what comes of it. So, all right, have a great day, everyone. I'm going to get to work now. Just wanted to start with that. Let me know if you have any questions. Hope you're having a great week. Talk soon.